Tell you what, it's been real nice lately.
Epic sailing, even better anchorages, sunset beers, surfing, downwind spinnaker days with every system up and running.
We knew a disaster must be coming, but it still hurts. It really, really hurts. So we had an interesting minor disaster last night. Mamai was just putting Kaya to bed, or just about to, and she noticed that
It was very stinky of either oil or diesel. I decided to, for some reason, shake the little rug that we have in her room because I thought it was a bit sandy, and when I lifted the rug, there it was, a pile of diesel.
Diesel all over the floor. Down here. And that diesel is coming from, I think, the generator, which is under all of that, which is all my tools and spare parts. So we had diesel all awash through here, and obviously Kaya could not sleep in her room, so we had to make up an emergency room, right?
Our little sailor slept fine, but a bilge with diesel has to be dealt with immediately. Our generator has its own separate diesel tank, but a leak could be coming from any one of multiple hoses and pipes.
The whole diesel tank is floating in its own puddle of diesel. That is about worst case scenario. So the Genny tank was floating in the bilge, but before taking the tank out, I wanted to run the Genny to try and diagnose the issue. And I found this. The overflow hose from the water impeller housing was leaking heavily, and this only happens when the internal seal is damaged. This is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that the previous owner spilled a bit of diesel down underneath that tank already. Then the overflow on the generator, water started flowing down underneath the tank, started floating the tank, floating the diesel on top of it. Diesel spills out. Seems like a huge diesel leak, but actually it's a water leak. We are currently here at Tangalooma, but there's a bunch of marinas over here at Manly. Perfect for some dockside repairs. So we made a decision to make a run to one of the marinas in Manly. I got to get that tank out of there. I managed to drain 20 litres of diesel out of it, but that tank's still floating in there. The whole room's still full of diesel, so I need to take that old tank out and try and find out what's going wrong. So the good thing though about that, let's focus on the positives, is that because we're heading to Manly, it's dead downwind, and today, woohoo! It's a spinnaker day. Oh yeah! A spinnaker propels the boat like no other sail, a pulling motion instead of a driving, twisting battle of kinetic forces. What do we think about spinnaker day, kids?
Yeah, let's get the mold out of that spinnaker. Later we will come to love this sail and even feel comfortable having it up in 20 knots plus.
She's a little mouldy, but it's doing the job. Yeah, that's the bilge under the generator fuel tank. Delicious. Okay, wrap the towel around it.
Wowzers, that was unexpected. So
look at that. Soup of filthy diesel, water, and God knows what else. Yeah. How important is a generator on a cruising boat? Well, that depends on your power usage.
For us, its main job is to run our high output water maker.
It's also a massive 120 amp battery charger if it's a cloudy week. It's also 240 volt for all power tools, microwaves, air fryers and air conditioning if it really gets hot and humid. Well, I wouldn't have thought it looking at that muddy puddle of filth, but she's clean as a whistle now. Time to test my theory on what went wrong. Because if I am wrong, all that happens again. I cleaned the tank, tested it for leaks, and put it back in. Next, what I think is the cause of all this, which is the overflow that comes off the water pump and the water impeller. So I've taken it off the block. That little hose there is like a safety. So when the bearings in there and the seals start going, that protects and stops the seawater from flowing into the block. So the only trouble is now taking all these hoses off. They've been like heat sealed. Heat gun. If you don't have one, get one. It will change your life when it comes to sanitation hoses. Seems to be pouring in okay. How's it up there?
Still going. And I get the job of filling the tank, and I'm not very happy about it. Mom had a good shower, hot warm shower, got all clean, put fresh clothes. Now I'm sitting under the rain doing both jobs. Okay, I'm gonna go get my rain jacket.
Not until that's finished. Hey, not until that's finished. God. By pure luck, the place that reconditions these things and looks after this Genny just happened to be a 17-minute cab ride away. And this is the new reconditioned water pump. Look at this shiny new thing. All new seals, all new gaskets for me to put in. So, new impeller housing, all new fuel filters, bleed the lines, and an oil change for good luck. What have you got?
Need one for Kaya.
Oh, that's for Kaya? Do you want to hand out of the tools?
This for Kaya.
Okay, that's for Kaya.
I need this one.
Oh, perfect. Thanks, darling.
And this one.
Oh, thanks, darling. This one.
This for Kaya.
Okay, it's time to test this generator and see if the problem is fixed.
So once again, Dad's diesel workshop turns back into Kaya's room.
And we can get back to doing what we came here for.
Like my team uniform?
Whoa, very professional. You ready for sailing, Pumpkin? Got your water bottle, you got Squishy, you ready to go.
But anyone who's sailed Moreton Bay before knows once it gets over 25 knots of wind, it gets steep and choppy.
Ooh. A little rougher, a little spicier than expected. Put the munchkin to bed, and yeah, it's blowing 20-22 knots and right on the nose. Rio loves an upwind sail, but steep chop, no one likes that.
We made it back to North Stradbroke Island just in time for cocktail hour.
Sunset over North Strad, lamb chops on the barbecue, water views, and even better, Our child is cleaning. Scrub that. You scrub that. Scrub it with a toothbrush. To make this lifestyle work, it's a huge advantage for everyone on board to enjoy the same things. Mari and I met while surfing, so that's always our primary goal. We also both love sailing and have some sort of spiritual connection to this ocean. Oh, she's up!
We hope to pass this on to our little princess.
The girls have freshly painted nails, so no boat jobs for them. How convenient.
1 week from when we fixed that generator, and Denim is again in his favorite spot.
Yeah. More trouble with this generator than anything else on the boat. Little pain in the ass. Little Italian. Of course, when there's a problem with one of the engines, it can't be something nice, like something at the front here. It's got to be over the back, and not just over the back, way over the back, and down underneath there. Starter motor. And then there's a bolt that you can't even see, which I've got to use a mirror for to try and undo it. Yeah, boat stuff.
This time the starter motor is refusing to engage. Look at that silliness. You need a mirror and a rubber arm to reach that blind spot.
Victory! I did it! Okay. It looks like the gear that slides forward to engage is just sticking on a rusty spindle. Alright, the starter motor is now look like it's freed up and working. So my helper and I are going to put it back in. Guess what, Mama? Time to test it. Yay! Up next, I go to work in Brisbane City, so we sail Rio up the Brisbane River and drop the pick in the centre of the CBD.